It was a quiet winter morning. The sky had not yet fully brightened, and the narrow streets of the small town were wrapped in a blanket of fog. At that early hour, 68-year-old Samuel carried his old wooden bench to the front of the railway station and took his usual seat. For the past 25 years, he had come there every morning. In his hands was always a thermos filled with hot tea. He offered free cups of tea to travelers, laborers, students, and anyone passing through the station. People often asked him, "Why do you do this every day?" Samuel would simply smile and reply, "Someone once helped me when I needed it most. I'm only passing that kindness on." Most people in town knew who he was, but very few knew his story. Many years earlier, Samuel had lost his wife. The grief had shattered him. One cold afternoon, he sat alone at the station, overwhelmed by sorrow, when a stranger approached him with a cup of tea and said, "When your own pain feels too heavy to carry, try lightening someone else's burden." Samuel never saw that stranger again, but those words stayed with him forever. From that day on, he made a promise to himself. Every morning, he would find a way to help someone. Years passed. A college student who often could not afford breakfast started each day with Samuel's tea. Each day with Samuel's tea. A rickshaw driver stopped by every winter morning to warm his hands and share a few minutes of conversation. An elderly woman traveling to visit her son in another city never boarded her train without first stopping to greet Samuel. Yet Samuel never realized how deeply his small act of kindness had become woven into the lives of others. Then one morning, he did not appear. Passengers arriving at the station looked around in confusion. The rickshaw driver stared at the empty spot where the bench usually stood. The student assumed Samuel must simply be running late. But the next day, he was absent again. Soon the town learned that Samuel had been admitted to the hospital. By evening, dozens of people had gathered outside the station. Some carried flowers, others brought cards. Many came with nothing but gratitude in their hearts. When Samuel saw the crowd waiting outside his hospital room, tears filled his eyes. A young man stepped forward and said, "You may not remember me, but your tea and your smile helped me through a time when I was ready to give up." Then a woman spoke softly, "When my mother passed away, your words gave me the strength to face each day." One by one, people shared their stories. For the first time, Samuel understood that he had not been serving tea all those years. He had been serving hope. A few weeks later, after recovering, Samuel returned to the station. As he approached his usual spot, he noticed a large table waiting for him. On it stood a wooden sign that read, "Samuel's Tea, a reminder to this town that kindness is never small." That morning, tears filled his eyes once again, but this time they were tears of peace. Because he finally understood that the smallest acts of love and compassion can change the world, starting with one person and reaching an entire community.